some yoga out on my balcony here, and I am so zen. So I feel like my energy in this is probably going to be a little bit different than a lot of the videos on my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to check in. I've now been in the Dominican Republic for about a day and a half or so, and it was really nice out yesterday. Today it's very rainy, but it's lovely. You know, the rain can be just like, it can create such a cozy feeling. And I just did some yoga out there with my music, my speaker going. I got some fresh juice. It was just quite wonderful. You know, first impressions have been flying in. There were so many trees, so much green, so much sugar cane, my dad mentioned. Just a lot of green. Yeah, it was really nice to see. And I know on this island, it's very different on the other side, like in Haiti, for example. I don't know if any of you have been to Dominican Republic or Haiti. Let me know if you have. But Dominican Republic, one thing I knew before coming was that bachata music and the dance come out of Dominican Republic. So I was very much looking forward to dancing. And you know, I love Latin music in general, and so that has been a highlight. So far, I'm 2 for 2. Both nights I've been here, I have danced a ton. It's very humid here. It's been hot, but honestly not super hot. Not as hot as it's been recently in California or North Carolina, because I've been to both places in the last month. Haven't really seen any mosquitoes, which has been a blessing. But yeah, it's been a toasty, and then I've been just dancing up a storm, so I have been just drenched from that experience, but it's been a lot of fun. Some of the best moments so far have been in talking to the people that work here. My Spanish is not very good. I think I took one class in college, 1 or 2 classes in college, and then I used to work at a French school, the French American International School in San Francisco. And as one of the employee perks, you could take a free like adult class after hours in some of the languages that they taught, like Spanish. So I took, I think, at least 2. That was all very helpful. I've taken like a couple other trips abroad to Spanish-speaking countries. I was in Cuba alone for a week. So definitely use Spanish, and I went to Venezuela when I was working in French Guyana, and yeah, and a little bit of time in Spain, etc. But all to say, really, my Spanish is like pretty low level. But I've tried, I've been doing what I can, and have still managed like exchanges of both communication, like verbal communication, as well as just like a lot of smiles with people. And one of the cool things I've found, though, is that I've spoken to at least 2 people here that were from Haiti, either from Haiti or one or both their parents were from Haiti, and so French was actually their first language. I've spoken to folks who speak Spanish, French, Creole, let's see what I say, Spanish, French, and English. So in like varying degrees. So on a couple occasions, I found that, you know, like my Spanish wasn't that great. Maybe their Spanish was not, they could speak Spanish, but the easiest language for them was French over English or Spanish. And then for me, I'm like, you know, my Spanish isn't very good, but French I feel pretty comfortable with. So we were able to connect in French, and it was, yeah, it was just a beautiful thing. So I've had so many moments of just what I love most about going anywhere, about going 15 minutes away in a place you've lived or you live, but also especially like venturing farther away, and just the random conversations and the connection and the like happy little surprises along the way. So yeah, yesterday I swam in the ocean. Water was clear and clean and blue and calm. You know, I grew up in North Carolina, and so there are lots of waves, you're like dodging the waves, and if you're a surfer, this probably wouldn't, you'd be like, oh man, can't do much with what's going on here. But in terms of just getting out there and being able to swim around and feel like, okay, I'm not gonna be like swept out in an undertow, I don't have to dodge any waves, like it was just like very peaceful. That was so nice yesterday. The food has been great. Yeah, but it's mostly the people and a lot of dancing. So anyways, I'm curious to hear if any of you have not only been here or on the other side of the island to Haiti, which, I mean, one guy, we were talking about that, because he's one of the guys that was from Haiti, it's like a very, very unsafe place. It's like, yeah, every day they're killing people, and it's, that the country's run by gangs, that's what he was saying. Yeah, just not a good situation at all. Anyways, so imagine most of you haven't been to Haiti, but I went to college with a friend who was from Haiti, and I know someone else who has traveled to Haiti, so some of you might have. And then Dominican Republic, curious, but also if you've just been anywhere else in the Caribbean, and if you want to share anything about your experiences. I had only been to Martinique, which I stopped at on my way to French Guyana. So right after college, I got a job with the French government teaching at a French middle school in the Amazon, in the French Amazon, which is right in like the upper right-hand corner of South America. And so the plane to get there, like, did a little stop in Martinique and a little stop in Guadeloupe. And the same plane, so it just like stopped, some people get off, they keep going, some people get off, and we keep going. And I decided, well, okay, if it's gonna do that anyways, I might as well take advantage of that. And I stepped in Martinique. So, been there once, was just very, like rustic, raw. I met a random guy who climbed a tree and machete down some coconuts and took me on a little tour of like banana fields, and so interesting. They had little Hindu shrines set up, and I learned, oh, okay, there are a lot of like Indians that came here and, you know, worked in the sugarcane fields and different things, and so there's like a, you know, population that's Hindu, and it's just like things that sometimes you don't learn about without like going to a place, you know, and talking to the people. So yeah, and then I've been to Barbados a couple times with one of my best friends, Kristen, who's a tennis pro, and she was at this resort doing her tennis pro thing, and I was kind of assisting her. You can find that on my channel. If you look up Barbados, there's like an Island Escapades episode. So I've been to a couple places, but yeah, haven't experienced a lot of the Caribbean. So this has been very nice. And the people are just, they're on top of things, but they're like chill, warm, personable. I don't know, yeah, just it's been a really good experience. So I might check in another time this week, but I'm also being very present with family. We're celebrating my dad's 70th birthday, and so it's a very unique, very special time where nearly all of my family members in that family are here or are arriving today or tomorrow. By tomorrow, pretty much we'll all be here except for my youngest sister who just had a baby yesterday. So, so anyways, yeah, it's been really good, and you know, I just gotta be thankful for every day, and I am, and I'll see you soon.